Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to take a look at the KBDfans Tofu60 aluminum case right here. What we're going to take a look at is how I mounted the GK61 PCB that's actually right here into the Tofu60 case. If you turn it around, you can see right there are O-rings on the screws on the bottom, and you can see the top of the screws there. That's what you call a burger mount, because it looks like a little hamburger, and that will allow this tofu here to sound and feel more even across the board and have a little bit of bounce, flex when you're typing. And so traditionally, this just screws in to the tofu. But since there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different mounting points here, you can sometimes get sort of an uneven feel across these 26 alpha keys. There'll be more pressure in the areas where the screws actually are. And so what the O-rings do is they alleviate that pressure and make it more even. So one other thing that we didn't go over, I'm going to take this out, is foam. So this case can be, it's CNC aluminum. It can be a little hollow, so I have some zip and fit foam right here. It's super easy to work with. You can just cut it out to fit the case. You could leave it out, and that will give it even more flex. You'll be able to go up and down because this takes up space in the case. And so if you take it out, you will have more bounce, but we're going to leave it in there because the tofu can be a little hollow. So we're going to leave that in there. If you put those O-rings, these are the O-rings that I put in there. Before you put it in there, you basically take the screw, put the O-ring on, put the screw through the PCB, and then put the other O-ring on. That way they all line up when you drop it in there. Makes it super easy. You can buy these, pick these up at Amazon for $5. You won't be able to use the stock screws that come with your tofu. Those are too short. I actually used a GK61 PCB for my tofu, and so the screws that came with the GK61 are perfect for this mounting style. Now, when you screw it in, you want to be light. You want to screw it in very lightly up until the point where it starts to get tight. Because if you screw in the screws too tight, it'll kind of defeat the purpose of the O-ring mount. There won't be too much flex on the board. Alright, so you want to lightly screw all the points in. Just making sure that we got every single screw in. If you were going to go ahead and try this mod, I would, once you screw them in, go ahead and just loosen them by 1/3 of a turn, I would say, to make it as even as possible. Now let's take a look at the top here. So there's the USB. Does flex in and out. Let's make sure that it clears. And yeah, there seems to be no problem there. All right. What we're going to do now, let's go ahead and grab the rest of the keycaps here. This is Drop's MT3 profile. White on black. And as you can see, there's a lot of flex here. Let's go ahead and add the mods back in. Oops. Gonna put a Loob here. I made that guy not too long ago. It's not perfect, but he works. She works. All right, so here we have it. Why don't we go ahead and give it a typing test. There's the amount of flex that we're getting. Up and down. Let's plug it in and take it for a test drive. So we're going to give it another go, but this time without the foam. So we're going to take the keycaps off here and unscrew these guys right here. We're gonna go ahead and remove the foam here, so we can do well, one layer of the foam. We're gonna keep this one in here, so we can see how much more flex we can get out of here. That did, and how that changed the flex. It's definitely a heck of a lot more bouncier than it was before. So let's take it for another test drive and do another sound test here. One other thing I forgot to mention is that if you don't put the foam in there, the USB fits in a little bit better, and it's less of a tighter fit. So there you have it, 2 sound tests with and without the foam. Let me know what you think sounds better with the Alpaca switches. Those were lubed and filmed with Krytox 205 grade 0 and Durock Films. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate that, and thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day.